Oh man alive. This might not set well with every single one of you, but I'm going to give you something. So I'm going to apologize beforehand. All right. So just full disclosure, if this offends you, my apologies. The current state of affairs has created this almost black cloud, this negative vibe, a distinction between winning or losing, right? And you're not supposed to win or you're not supposed to lose. Like we're all winners in the eyes of others, right? You get a trophy just for tying your darn shoes. You'll get to be a part of a championship parade just because you're a part of society. And for that, I'm going to call bullshit. Call me old fashioned, call me a jerk. It's not going to offend me. I don't care. At least I know if I've won or lost every single day. So there's this book I'm reading by Tim Grover. It's called Winning. In fact, this book, write it down if you have a knack and an urge to win more. The book goes on to explain the truth really about the hurdles that you will face in the constant journey of you and your goals. He says, winning never lies. It knows your secrets, sometimes darker than others. And if you really, 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 really want to pursue it every day, it wages a battle of your mind. If you don't know who he is, he was the personal trainer of not only Michael Jordan, the greatest NBA player of all time. This is not a debate. That's just how it goes. And then also Kobe Bryant, pretty damn good basketball player himself as well. I mean, top 5 players of all time in hoops. Regardless, this man spent the better part of his life around 2 of the fiercest competitors, learning, teaching, observing what they wanted most in life, and that was simply to win. So if you're looking for more insight on their psyche, I highly encourage you to read this book. So like I said before, this may make a handful of you uncomfortable, but again, in sports, there is a reason we keep score. In business, and not in your real estate business, because I know you're all different, and it doesn't work like that here, Jeff. Oh my gosh, not in a resort market, not in a traditional market. But in real life business, if you're gonna make me take you out of that equation, there's certain fields in business, a certain level of results will yield that person a certain level of bonus. Keeping score, tracking and measuring, right? We are literally hitting a goal that was either set for you or by you for you, okay? At the end of the day, it's keeping score. I wanted to share the story with you guys. When I was a senior in high school, yes, when muddy streets still took over Southern California and you rode horses to school, right? Walking uphill both ways to school in the snow in Southern California, it's a joke. It was 1999, okay? And I decided to play soccer instead of basketball. I'm obsessed with soccer. That's a whole nother Mindset Monday, or even just a discussion. Football, as they call it, I absolutely love. So my senior year, semifinal game, we're tied in regulation. We tie in extra time, and then we go to what? Penalty kicks. Perfect, right? Natural progression. We're fortunate enough to win in penalty kicks, so we go to the CIF Southern Section Final, which is equivalent, guys, to definitely a state championship here in the great state of Montana, definitely equivalent to an Idaho championship, and probably the equivalent to a Colorado state championship. But California, fairly large, fairly populous. So we had Southern Section and then the Northern Section. I won't get into the details about where that was cut off, but so we get to the championship game. Guys, tied in regulation, tied in extra time, and then the ref blows his whistle 3 times, which signals the end of the game. The end of the game. Like, we're done. See, at that time, CIF had this rule in soccer. I think it was the only sport, and still never made sense to me, that if teams were tied at the end of regulation and end of extra time, you would be co-champions. Let me say that again. If you were tied, you would become a co-champion. And I was flabbergasted. I was pissed. I was frustrated. I was disappointed. And I'm trying to wrap my head around all this stuff. And a reporter from the LA Times sticks his little recorder in my mouth or in front of my face. And he goes, Jeff, how do you feel about being co-champs? And I was like, seriously, what in the world just happened? And And I remember saying this because it was in the newspaper. I said, I would have rather lost than tied. At least there would have been some closure. So are there days, guys, where I win more than others? Yeah. Have there been days, weeks, hell, even months where I didn't win? Yeah, absolutely. But at some point, I hit rock bottom. And not in the sense of I turned to alcoholism or turned to alcohol or financially. That's not what I'm saying. I hit rock bottom from a personal standpoint of like, I'm not showing up every single day. So I was done losing, y'all. I didn't want to lose any freaking more. So I invested in some books that at the time made a massive impact of really who I am today. And frankly, I figured out that I just can't afford to not try. Let me say that again. I simply can't afford to not try. So next week, I'm going to share with you, we're going to take a deeper dive into Tim Grover's 4 components of winning that help manage your fears and doubts. But until then, go win. Win the day, win the hour, win the appointment, win a workout. I don't care. Something that sets the tone for the next time you do that specific activity. I want you to have that winning feeling deep down in your soul. I want you to reprogram your brain to either say I'm winning or losing. And I know that's harsh, but it's the reality of the world that we live in. No one cares enough. So you have to take that opportunity to make sure that you're winning every single day. Go win and do it knowing you're going to piss someone off along the way. That's the other component about this book, and I can't wait to share this with you.